I thought it was appropriate today, since we are so close to Thanksgiving, that we focus on the idea of gratitude. And despite all the ups and downs in the world that we've had, there's always a reason to be grateful. And when we look for that sense of gratitude, it attracts more to us that we're grateful for. So this is a time of joy. It's a time of stress. It's a time of family expectations, remembrances, and losses. So just know that all of these things come into play during the holidays. So we're taking care of ourselves by doing our yoga practice and finding ways to be grateful for everything that we have. So let's begin. So taking a comfortable seat, whatever that happens to be for you, letting your feet be firmly on the floor, perhaps rolling your shoulders a few times one way and the other. Bringing your shoulders up towards your ears, creating fists with your hands, tightening the muscles of your arms, pressing your feet into the floor, finding a muscle you can squeeze, squeezing it, drawing a breath, and then let it all go with a sigh. Good. Allowing your eyes to close or looking softly at the floor. And this is where we tune our attention to the present moment, to our breath and our bodies. And even in this moment, finding a reason to be grateful for this perfect day. How does your breath feel this morning? Is it easy and natural? Does it feel labored? See if you can create a sense of ease around the breath coming in and the breath going out. Notice any sensations in your body that are coming to your awareness. And notice how focusing on your breath gives your thoughts permission to rest quietly. I know I am grateful just to be here to share the practice with you. Let's let our breath expand and deepen a little bit so that we soften and expand the belly as we breathe in, and draw the breath fully up through your chest to your shoulders. And then exhaling from the top down, shoulders, chest, and belly. I imagine my breath like a wave as I do this, bringing in energy, carrying away stress and tension and any discomfort. Let's take a few more complete breaths here. At the end of the next exhale, take a moment to notice how different you feel just sitting and focusing on the breath briefly. And we'll bring our centering to close by joining hands in prayer position in front of our hearts and joining our voices in the universal sound of Om. Deep breath in Om. Om. Shanti. Peace. May we all know peace, and may we look for that peace within our own hearts. So as you inhale, allow your chin to lift. And as you exhale, let it drop towards your chest. Breathing in, the head lifts gently. Breathing out, it falls towards your chest. Always working within your own personal comfort range as you do this movement. One more time, breathing in, lifting, and exhaling, lowering. So returning your head to neutral, let's turn and look over the right shoulder. And gently exhale and turn your head to the left. Breathe in and pivot towards the other side. So we're just moving the head and the neck as we turn from side to side. Just taking in what's around us. Connecting with the breath. And let's bring it back to center. Engaging the arms now as we move into some sun breaths, breathing in, exhaling and lowering the arms. Breathe in and lift. Exhale and lower. So stretching the body long as you lift up and relaxing the shoulders down as you breathe out. A couple more times with these arm sweeps. This time, letting the fingertips stay lifted as you move into seated mountain pose. Feel your feet connected with the earth. Let your fingertips lift and relax those shoulders. You don't have to carry the weight of the world. Good. Let's lower the right hand and begin to sweep the left from side to side. Exhaling, sweep it across. Inhaling, arm floats down. And sweep. And lower. Sweep. And lower. So this time when the arm reaches across, let's just pause. See if you can stretch a little further. I've got my right hand floating down towards the floor. That'll deepen the stretch. Good. Inhale, reach it up as high as you can. And then let's bend the elbow. And cradle it with the opposite palm. And breathe. So from this position, we'll just do a little twist from side to side. So rotating to the right, guide it back, and to the left, and guide it back. Once more from side to side. Good. And release those arms. Oh, if you need to jiggle your shoulders a little bit, go ahead and do that. And let's do that on the other side. So we'll begin with a few more sun breaths. So it's a nice way to warm up the upper body, get the breath moving, get the energy moving. Coming into seated mountain as you pause, lift a little higher with your fingers, finding that nice complete breath. Ready for some sweeps here? Let's do it. So I'm going to drop my left arm down and just begin to sweep the right from side to side. Just breathing and moving. Nothing else to think about right now, just the breath. So let's reach across and hold and stretch, but we're never holding the breath. Breath is always moving. Good. Let's bend that elbow and cradle it with the left palm. Sit up nice and tall. Allow your elbows to move back as far as is comfortable for you. And let's move into that side to side twist. So begin by turning to the left. Bring it back and to the right. So your sit bones are staying firmly on the chair. And again to the right. And then release those arms and let them float down and notice how you feel. So we're going to pretend we're birds getting ready to take off. We're going to be using our arms to do the breath. So bring your arms up to shoulder height and then turn the palms outward. Good. So as you breathe in, your chest moves forward, your arms go back. Good. As you exhale, bring the palms together, roll off your sit bones. So this is almost like an extended version of the dog and the cat movement. Try to make the movement as smooth and effortless as you can. Breathing in and breathing out. Couple more times here. Breath comes in, chest opens, and out. Bring the palms together. Last time. Breathe it in. And breathe it out. Good. So this time, sweep your arms around behind you. Interlace your fingers and squeeze those shoulder blades towards each other. Good. Relax. Inhale and bring up that squeeze. And relax. And this time, squeeze the shoulder blades, hold the squeeze, and come into a little bit of a forward fold. So here, your hands can stay at the lower back if you like, or you can begin to lift them away if your shoulders allow. Give your head a shake. Keep breathing. One more breath. Good. Exhale. Let's come on up. Release your hands. Let them float around and come to rest. Good. So let's shake out the hands. Whew. We haven't done our hand exercises in a while. Hope you're all wearing gloves on these cold mornings. You have a little arthritis in your fingers, it's important to keep them nice and warm. So let's open the fingers wide like a star. Exhale, curl the fingers into your palm. Good. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, curl the fingers into your palm and like tuck your wrist under. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. Once more, inhaling, open. And curl. Good. So keeping your hands flat as if they were on the top of a table. Let's turn them out. And then exhale, turn them in. Inhale, float them out. And bring them in. So the only thing that's moving is your hand and your wrist. Everything else is quiet. Good. Let's do that once more. Turn them out. And bring them in. And then touch the tip of each finger to your thumb, going back and forth, making a nice little O shape with your fingers, going back and forth. Keep those fingers flexible. They have a lot of work to do. Good. And then wiggle your fingers, wiggle your hands, your arms, your shoulders, your chest, maybe the feet, both feet. Whoa, you can let out a sound. You can fall forward. Just find something you can shake and shake it. And then stop. Take a breath and notice how you feel. Besides silly, should feel nice and tingly and good. Good. So let's get a little strengthening going in our core. We haven't done our Pilates 100 in a while, so I think it's time to revisit that. Got to do a little preemptive exercise for that feasting that's coming in a couple of days. So with a Pilates 100, you can keep your heels on the floor if you like, or you can lift the toes and point them. So you're engaging all of the leg muscles in the front of your legs. Arms extend. We're going to move them up and down 4 times as you breathe in and 4 times as you breathe out. If you get tired, just stop or just simply place your heels on the floor. Here we go. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Just like you're blowing out the candles on a cake. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Couple more times. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Slow it down. Out, 2, 3, 4. And pause. Draw your chest a little further forward. Good. Release your hands, release your feet down, separate them just a wee bit, and come into a forward fold. Again, relax your head, relax your arms. We work those abs. Now we want to make sure we relax them. Good. And come on up. So I'm going to bend my right knee and bring it up. So you can hold on behind the thigh, below the knee. You can use your yoga tie, whatever works. Let's circle the ankle. And go in the other direction. Draw that knee up a little higher. Take some breaths. Now, holding on to the knee with your right hand, let's draw it out to the side and then guide it in. So it's just the leg and the hip that are moving. The rest of the body stays quiet. And out to the side. And in. And again, out to the side and in. Good. So let's stretch that leg out. Oh my goodness, bring the knee up again. Exhale, stretch it out. Bring it in. Exhale, stretch it out. Bring it in. And let's get ready for the figure 4 stretch. So remember your options. You can cross at the ankle. You can cross at the knee. You can place that foot up on top of the left thigh. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Good. Press down on the knee, up on the foot. And here's where you can make it even more intense by adding a forward fold. Relax those shoulders. Good. Inhaling, let's come on up. Uncross wherever's crossed. Then take a breath. Time to come to the other side. So left knee comes up. And it might feel very different than the other side. Let's circle this ankle. Nice and slow. Let's go the other way. Good. Draw that knee up a little bit further if you can. And now we're going to bring the knee out to the side. So we're going to use the left hand on the knee, draw it out, and guide it in. Move it out to the side and bring it in. And again, bring it out to the side and bring it in. Ready to straighten the leg? Here we go. Straighten it out and bend the knee. You can always continue to hold on behind the thigh as you go straightening and bending. Good. Once more, straighten it out. Inhale, bring it in. Good. And let's go into the figure 4 stretch on this side. So crossing wherever is most accessible for you today. Pressing down on the knee, pulling up on the foot, and creating a nice long spine. Good. Add the forward fold if you like. As soon as you get into a pose, sink into the breath. Find that nice, complete breath. Good. Inhale. Come on up. Take a deep breath and uncross. So this is the season when we get into a lot of overindulging in food and drink and all kinds of things. And sometimes it upsets our tummies. So there's a practice in yoga called abdominal massage. And it's very good at helping keeping the whole digestive tract moving. So we're going to begin by making a fist with the hand. And you're going to be placing it on your body and folding forward. Now, if this becomes uncomfortable for you for any reason, please just sit this out. So create a fist with your hands. And then place the fist on the lower right side of your abdomen. Okay. Press it in and then lean forward so you're pressing the fist even more deeply in. Do some circles. So you're imagining your digestive tract in there is getting a little massage. Good. Inhale, come up. Now take that hand and move it up slightly. It's going to be under your rib cage on the abdomen. Press it in, lean forward, and make those circles. Good. Come on up. And now move the fist so it's more to the midline, but still underneath the ribs. Take a breath in, lean forward over the fist, and make those circles. Good. Inhale, bring it up. Going over to the left side now. Pressing in below the rib cage. Make sure your shoulders stay relaxed. Breathe in, exhale forward. And make those circles. So inhaling, come on up. And the last position is to move the fist down on the lower left. Press in, lean forward, and make the circles. So you're actually using the knuckles to do the massage. Good. Let's inhale. Come on up. Take a breath. So that's a good one to remember for the post-Thanksgiving where you feel more stuffed than the turkey. And always remember that we start at the right and go up and across and down on the left, because that's the way your intestinal tract goes. So we want to help keep things moving by going in the direction that nature intended. Good. So let's do our 6 movements of the spine, beginning with the dog and the cat. Tucking your chin, rolling off your sit bones. Breathing in. Creating that nice fluid movement in your spine. Taking the breath in and letting it go. And let's do that again. Breathing in and out. Let's do the twist, and we'll do both versions of the twist. So we'll start with the right arm. Stretch it out. Exhale, bring that palm to your left knee, left hand to the chair. So remember how to work with the breath here. The inhale creates a tall spine, and the exhale floats the shoulder to rotate. I'm going to cross my left leg over my right. How about one more breath here? Great. And let's unwind and go to the second version. So we're going to place both feet to the left side of the chair, create a nice straight spine. So remember, when you reach around to take a hold of the back of the chair, hold on low down so your shoulders follow along. Good. Breathe in, long spine, exhale, rotate. Allow the chin to stay at the midpoint of your chest. Good. We're going to release that on the next inhale. Here we come. Around to the front. And let's do both on the other side. Left arm reaches forward. Good. Exhale, bring that palm to your right knee, right hand to the chair. Tall, tall sit. I'm going to cross the legs. Tune into the breath right away. Good. Let's breathe in and release this version of the twist and get ready for the second version. So both feet are going to come to the right now, creating a nice straight spine. Good. And on an exhale, let's reach around for the back of the chair. Soft shoulders, easy breath. Lengthening a little more each time you breathe in. Good. The next in-breath will be the signal to release that and come around to the front. We'll move into thread the needle, starting with the right arm. Stretch it out. Slide it along your left thigh. Remember, only go as far as your body is comfortable. And lean forward, continue threading the arm. And the last option is to add a sweep out to the side or overhead with your left arm. Ready to release? Let's do that. Come around. Other side, left arm reaches forward. Slide it along. So we're easing ourselves into the pose. No rush, no hurry. Head is relaxed. Feel free to add the arm sweep if that is something you'd like to do or not. It's always optional. Good. And release that. Let's come up and take a breath. So to celebrate the joy with all of these holidays, these Thanksgivings, things that we're grateful for, we're going to do the breath of joy and imagining that we're gathering in the breath and then sending it out to everyone around us who we love and care about. So here we go. Let's breath in, breath in, breath in, and then a forward fold. Let the breath go. Ha, good. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and let it go. Ha. Each time you breathe in, thinking of something you'd like to draw into your life. And as you exhale, ha, letting go of something that no longer serves you. Ha. Breathe in, breathe in, let it go. Ha. Breathe in, let it go. Ha. This time, as you breathe in, let yourself remain in mountain pose, lifting up through your fingers, pressing into your feet, breathing full, complete breaths. Good. Lift a little bit higher and then exhale, float your arms down. Let your shoulders relax and notice how you feel. Ready to come up to standing? Okay, let's do that. So let's get a little bit more aerobic here by doing our standing jacks. Remember, it's a step out to the side as the arms come up and together, and then out to the other side and together. So here we go. Ha, let that breath out with a sound. Ha, 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 ha. You can go a little quicker or a little slower than I'm going. It's absolutely fine. A couple more times here. Ha, ha, and then come to stillness. Take a breath. Good. Let's come on to the side of our chair, standing alongside the left side. We're going to be doing a standing wind reliever, warrior 1, 2, and 3 today. So shifting your weight to the leg closest to the chair, which should be your right leg. Good. Soften that knee, begin to lift your left foot. Again, however high the foot wants to come up, that is your choice. Unlock the supporting knee and let your breath be steady. Good. A couple more breaths here. Okay, now we're going to take that left leg and step it back for warrior. So stepping back, comfortable distance, sink down, a little bit of bend, and reorient your hips so they're facing forward. Great. Add the arms if you like, one or both. Reach for the sky and press your feet into the floor. Good. Breathe in, exhale, lower the arms. Keep your feet right where they are. We're going to move into warrior 2. So reaching the right arm forward, left arm reaches back. So you're thinking of extending across the shoulder blades. One arm reaching forward, the other reaching back. Looking forward, breathing into warrior 2. One more breath. Good. Lower the hands. Now let's step the back foot forward and then face the chair with a comfortable distance between your feet, pretty much the same width of the stance that you might take when you're doing triangle pose. So just a comfortable distance. Warrior three is a bend at the hips. I'm just going to show you again, and then we'll do it together with a flat back. So only as far as you can go. Okay. So that's the warm up, and then we're actually going to do the pose. So breathe in, hinge at the hips, hands to the chair. Take a minute to lengthen. Good. So crown moves forward, tailbone moves back. Good. Inhale, come on up. Good. And let's get ready for the full pose. So bring your feet closer together and then take your outside foot, your left foot, and step it back. So we're going to do that same movement with the hips, bending at the hip crease, hands come to the chair. Look down towards the floor so you don't strain your neck. You can begin to lift that back leg if you like. You can release the right arm. Great. Lower the hand, lower the foot. And let's come up. Great job, everybody. Let's go to the other side. Okay. So shifting weight now comes to the left foot. Right foot begins to lift. As much or as little as you like. Standing wind reliever. Breath is steady. Ready to step back into warrior? Let's do it. Let's take that right foot back, sink down, and adjust your hips so they're facing forward. One arm or both, reaching for the sky. Eyes on the horizon. Great. Let's lower the arms and prepare for warrior two. So this time it's the left arm that's going to come front. Right arm goes back. Sink down a little further and draw those hands away from each other. It's a nice opening in the shoulder blades. Good. Release your hands. Step forward. And let's warm up for warrior three. So separating your feet to begin. And remember, when you do your fold, try to keep your back flat. So you're hinging right from the hip crease. Here we go. You can bring your hands to the chair. Neck stays neutral. You're not going to look up. That puts too much strain or down. Nice neutral neck. Breath is steady. Good. Let's come up. Step your feet together. We're going to move into warrior three. So I'm going to be stepping back with my right foot, hinging at the hips, placing my hands wherever is comfortable. Flat back. And you can begin to lift that back foot a little bit or a lot. You can release the opposite hand. And make sure your breath is nice and steady. Good. One more breath. And let's bring the hand down, lower the foot, stand up, give yourself a pat on the back, and take a seat. So we'll finish up this morning with the Moon Salutation. I know we usually do that earlier in the practice, but it's kind of nice to mix up the sequence. So ending with poses that you usually begin with. Hands in prayer position to begin. Good. Let's breathe the arms up. So interlacing the fingers if your shoulders are not super tight, otherwise keeping the arms separate. Good. Let's breathe in and arch to the right. Allow your sit bones to stay on the chair. Breathe up to center, and let's go over to the left. Feel the breath in your side body. Good. Inhale up. For the back bend, know that you can adjust your hand position out to the side or actually supporting your lower back. I'm going to leave my arms extended. This is the most challenging way to do it, so it's up to you. Breathe in and reach back. With all of our back bends, we're always thinking about lengthening, not necessarily how far back we're bending. Let's bring it back. And now for the forward fold. Arms stay extended, hinging right at that hip crease. Come all the way down. And take a minute to relax your arms and the neck and the breath. Wonderful. Re-engage your arms. Hinge it up. Reach for the sky and then half moon to the left. Half moon to the right. Back to center and back to your heart. Nice practice, everybody. So let's take a minute to sit. Closing your eyes if that feels safe, or looking softly at the floor. Tuning into your breath. And taking just a moment to be grateful for the breath, the body, the practice. Scanning through your whole body from the soles of your feet, up through the crown of your head, out through the shoulders and arms to your fingertips. Being grateful for the amazing gift of this body with all of its strengths and all of its challenges. I'm going to share with you a reading as you sit and relax. This was written by Melody Beattie. And she writes, "Say thank you until you mean it. Thank God, life, and the universe for everyone and everything sent your way. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. It turns problems into gifts, failures into successes, the unexpected into perfect timing, and mistakes into important events. It can turn an existence into a real life and disconnected situations into important and beneficial lessons. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Gratitude makes things right. Just taking those words in. Let's bring our hands to prayer position as we close our practice with another Om. 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 Shanti, peace. May all beings everywhere know peace. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.